It's a whole lot less foggy this morning than it was yesterday morning. Good morning for anybody that comes in, but you can still see fog in the distance, but it's nowhere near as foggy as it was yesterday. Good, bad, or indifferent. Now tonight it's supposed to get into the 40s, so that should be interesting. I don't know if it'll be heater weather, but it'll sure be cold enough for me. For some reason I was having trouble getting all of my burners going this morning in my brain. My burners in my brain. Let's see, Empowered Living. Thank you for taking us along on the tour today. Where are you going? I am headed to work. I'm in the United States. I'm headed to work. I have a few quiet moments to be able to go live in the morning, so I try to go live in the mornings on my way to work and accomplish some of the goals that I have with YouTube as well. It is not that cold yet. Now this evening it's supposed to get cold, but I'll be home by then. I work the vast majority of the time. There's probably only 2 or 3 times a year that I work in the evening. So I'll be warm and toasty in my PJs and under my blanket. But I like thinking and talking about the weather. It's one of those things that you can't control, so it's interesting. Yep, weekend is coming. It's hump day today. Where are you? I don't think I've met you before, Empowered Living. I'm glad you came in, though. But are you in the United States? Some parts of the United States are so cold, they don't know what to do with themselves. And I mean, it's cold every winter, but some of them are seriously cold right now. Do you have plans for the weekend? I'll probably try and catch up on a little paperwork, but as of Friday, my job will be closed for the holiday until the 2nd of January. So we get a nice little holiday stretch there. And I've been at my job long enough, 32 years, that I get paid holidays. So at least during that period, I'll be working on my YouTube channel harder. Charlotte, South Carolina. It's not too cold. 54 degrees. We'll see, when I woke up it was 59. And then, it's gotten warmer since then. So it'll probably get up to 70 today, but then at some point it'll start to drop. Not much chance of snow for the holiday. Well, I'm by the Gulf of Mexico. I'm in Louisiana, and we only have snow every 3 or 4 years. So when we have it, everybody's happy. It melts quickly, and mamas are happy. Or at least this mama is. Though all my kids are grown, snow is just too cold. Yeah, living is something that I do on bits of time, like being in the car driving to work. I'm not driving, by the way. Just so you know, or anybody else in here knows, my daughter drives me. I stopped driving little over a year ago. And God bless her, she brings me to work every day and picks me up and brings me home every day. So while she's driving, I can concentrate on talking and videoing. And I used to do a little bit of streaming when I was driving, but yeah, multitasking. There's only so much multitasking that I can do. This works out a whole lot better. She's a good kid. North Carolina, not South Carolina. Shoot. Yep. Well, North Carolina's on top of South Carolina, so they're like touching, right? Shadow Scout Swede, hey! I hadn't seen you in a long time. How are you? Good afternoon. So it's afternoon where you're at. It's good to see me again. Yeah, on days when I work, I try to get on live while we're going down the road. It doesn't work out every day. But on the days that I can, I do. It's a good little piece of mostly quiet travel. The two older grandsons are in school, and the only one with us is the baby. And if y'all hear her talking, that's cool. It's cool if you hear the boys talking too, but it's not as distracting when they're busy saying da-da and ah. Yes, they're neighboring states. Yes, ma'am. I'm buffering again, so I'm going to tap out. Happy holidays to you too. I'm glad you came by to see me. Why are you tired and exhausted, Shadow Scout Swede? What's going on in your neck of the woods? I haven't been around that much. My dad, oh, I'm so sorry. We had a lot with the funeral, yes. And just grief in general. You keep putting one foot in front of the other, and yeah, I totally understand. It hasn't been that long since my son died. I celebrated, is it celebrate? I guess it's celebrated the 1 year anniversary in late November. So I totally understand. Your mind can only handle so many things at one time. And taking care of body and soul and the people you're responsible for are the first things that were always on my mind. You and your brother cleaned out the house. Oh, and it was 21 and a half tons of books. Wow. I like books, but that's a lot of books. That's a whole lot of books. Oh, wait, let me fix my camera. That's a whole lot of books. I haven't recovered from that. So were y'all able to sell the books or donate the books, or just all the thought of all those books makes me happy, but having to, yeah, my daughter's looking at me. I already have more books. I'll get a package in the mail and she'll say, Mama, did you order another book? But I like books. Kelly Caldwell, good morning. How are you? What's the weather like over there? But yeah, Shadow Scout, I am so sorry to hear about your dad passing, and I feel for you having to clean everything out. My son's wife had to do that at some point, and well, I should say one of my sons. I have 5 children, and the one that passed is one of the 3 sons, and then I have 2 daughters, so is that?
What is what?
That truck in the middle of everything.
I'm not worried about
He's
him.
just
That-
trying to turn. Yeah.
I was worried about the cops sitting right there.
The police. You're good. It's cold there. I was telling everybody it's going to get down into the 40s tonight, Kelly. Right now it's working its way towards 70, so I'm not freezing yet. But tonight I'm gonna try and get off of it like a little bit early, get in my PJs and under my blanket. Shadow Sweden. No one wanted the books, so they went for burning. Oh. And my father collected books for at least 7 years. Yeah, I don't think I have that books for that many years, huh, Rose?
Oh no, but you're not allowed.
I'm not allowed to have that many books. Anyway, as long as I can order what I want to order and it's my money. Ooh, the sun is bright. Alright, let's see if I can get this centered again. That's a shame no one wanted the books. Over here, when you don't know what else to do, sometimes you can donate them to the university libraries, especially older books. But, yeah. Just hauling that many books is mind-boggling. Because in pounds, I think 2.5 tons is over 2,500 pounds. That's just that's a lot of books. I've gotten to the point where I can read things on the computer somewhat, but I like physical, hold it in my hands kind of reading. I know, Shadow Sweet. I'm not criticizing. You do what you have to do at that point. And sometimes you have to just get it done. You know? Yeah, I understand. So it's only you and your brother left? You don't have any other siblings? I only have a sister as another sibling, so I guess that's one of the reasons I wanted a large family, because there's only one other person in my family, me and my sister, as far as siblings go. So I wanted to make sure that I had a bunch of kids and grandkids and one great-grand. I only have one brother, and I have my mother's still alive too. Oops, there goes the ambulance, bright and early this morning. They don't have their lights on though. The sun is just so bright. Morning sun has got to be the best sun. Well, and at work today, I don't have a whole lot planned. I need to call some of the legislators. I didn't get to call them yesterday. Yesterday we had our Christmas party at my job. So I need to call the legislators to make sure they have, the last few ones, to make sure that they have my legislative roundtable on their agenda and start trying to set up meetings and send some things to the members. I might back tomorrow, though. I do have a couple of meetings tomorrow, though, early. I believe they even overlap a little bit. Things are usually a lot busier than this. There's just not a whole lot to report going on at work. A lot of what we're getting is what we call anonymous calls. People looking for help with food, housing, utilities. Because of the name Families Helping Families, they call us. And sometimes if they have a family member with a disability, I do have some good ideas, or they might get help if they're in a pinch. But it's not something we do all the time, and it's not something that we do for, well, you know, some of the programs are for people with disabilities. Good morning, Joy. How are you? How are things where you're at? Is it cold? It's supposed to get cold tonight here. Love and support. Member emojis, thank you. I'm glad to see people use them. This is one of our local high schools that we're going by right now. They must be having a evacuation drill or fire drill.
One of them.
Yeah. Anyhow,
Oh,
they're practicing something. Good morning, Yoda's Blessed Life. How are you doing? How are things in your neck of the woods? I was telling everybody it's going to be cold here this evening. It's not yet. It's probably going to bump 70 today, if not a little bit higher. But this evening it's supposed to get down into the 40s. And I'm headed on my way to work again. Here is so hot. Philippines. Ma'am, nothing cold in the Philippines. It doesn't ever get cold in the Philippines. Shadow Swede. Yep, people mixing it up in the chat. Good to see each other. Yoda's Blessed Life. My back is better. Thank you, Jesus. But my knee is still sore. I'm so sorry. The joys of getting older, falling, sometimes just moving the wrong way. Anyway. Keep safe. Yep, I got Rose with me, Joy. Rose is driving while I'm filming and chattering. She's what I used to call myself when my kids were younger, a car mom. Seems like she spends all her time in the car going, getting, bringing, singing about somebody. See you. We are shooting for 4K by the end of the year. Really? Oh, cool. I haven't been by y'all's house in a while. Or maybe I've been by yours, Yoda. I need to go by Echo's house. You know, sometimes YouTube shows me somebody's channel 3 or 4 times in a day. And sometimes YouTube stops showing me channels and then I forget about channels and how much I like to go and visit them. So I think that I haven't been seeing, and I know y'all post. I know Echo posts regular, but for some reason it's not been showing up. So I need to go back and look. But I suppose with as many people as are on YouTube, and I mean, I have die-hard TikTok friends that are starting YouTube accounts, just in case TikTok does shut down in the United States. So, We gained 1,500 in the last 20 days. Oh my goodness. What is your secret? That is fantastic. 20 days, 1,200. Wow. That is so cool. Great job. Shadow Scout Swede. Oh, explaining about your dad again. Yeah, I don't know if you can read the chat real well, Joy, but Shadow Scout Swede's dad died, and they had to clean out his dad's house, and they had to clean out 21.5 tons of books, and he's just wore out. His dad had passed away July 21st, and then they've been busy cleaning stuff up. Hello, TWP. What's popping with you? What's the weather like in your neck of the woods? It's sunny here, and it's warm. It's not, hot, but it's supposed to get cold tonight. A lot of books, no joke. 21 tons. That's just an awesome number of books. I was saying, I think, excuse me, I'm losing that voice. And I forgot to grab water this morning. I think 21 tons, well, okay, a ton is about 1,000 pounds, so that should be about 2,100 pounds. Somewhere around there.
1,000 pounds? 21 tons?
2,100 pounds. Right? Don't ask me to add and subtract early in the morning. The add and subtractor doesn't want to work, right? It's getting colder where you are. TWP, I understand. Have a good morning. Oh, thank you, James. How are you? Yep, I am. I'm not driving. Rose is driving, so yes, she's much safer than I am. That is a lot of books. My dad could fill up a library and a bookstore. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Lots of reading. Well, you guys, I am close within a couple of blocks of work. So I am going to have to get off and get myself organized and figure out anything I need to figure out. As always, I appreciate your coming and spending time with me so very, very much. I know you could have been any one of 100 other places. Thank y'all. Bye.